Everybody, my name is Andrew Sparshot. I'm a consultant on the chemical industry in Russia and Eastern Europe, and today I'm going to give a short presentation on methanol projects being considered in Russia at present. Feel free to make any comments at the end of this presentation. I'll be very interested to hear any opinions. The first slide I'd like to show you is a table of projects either under construction or planning. The top two projects listed, Shekina Azot and Nizhnokamsk Neftochim, both building 500 kiloton plants, have both started. Shekina Azot is well advanced and should be ready by 2022. The projects listed below are all in excess of 1 million tons per annum and all represent grassroots projects, and it's those that we'll consider later in this presentation. If we consider the first project, Shekina Azot, the M500 plant is well advanced in construction. Probably about 3/4 of the equipment has been installed, and completion and startup is targeted for 2022. This will increase the company's total capacity to 1.4 million tons per annum. As you can see from the red mark on the map of Russia, Shekina Azot is well placed to send methanol westward into the countries of Poland, Eastern Europe, and is currently Russia's largest exporter. Nizhnokamsk Neftochim is building its own 500 kiloton plant, which it aims to finish by 2023 or 2024. It uses methanol for production of isoprene rubber through formaldehyde, and also it produces MTBE. Nizhnokamsk Neftochim is a huge petrochemical complex in Tatarstan, founded in about 1976, and has probably the most diverse range of petrochemicals of any plant in Russia. So just with the addition of Nizhnokamsk Neftochim and Shekina Azot to the methanol mix in Russia, capacity will rise to 6.2 million tons by 2024, representing a 32% increase over 2015. The increase in production capacity to 6.2 million tons per annum by 2024 is likely to raise questions for producers, mainly on how to export more products. The domestic market is only rising slowly and does not offer the opportunities for growth. Moving on from the two projects, Nizhnokamsk and Shekina, we're moving on to grassroots projects. There are 5 locations which are currently under review for new capacity: Vysotsk and Ust-Luga, both in the Gulf of Finland, Volgograd in southwest Russia, and Skovorodina and Nakhodka, which are in the Russian Far East. If we take Vysotsk firstly, Vysotsk is in the Gulf of Finland, near the town of Vyborg, and it has an oil terminal which is already operated by Lukoil. Lukoil is converting its terminal to be able to transport methanol. At present, this project is under engineering examination, and we should have more information later in the year. Ust-Luga projects, well, there are 4 projects listed for this huge port on the southern banks of the Gulf of Finland, near St. Petersburg. Whether any of them get built is questionable at this stage. Probably the one that most likely is Ivrakim, which is building a plant at nearby Kingisev. It already is building ammonia and urea plants there. The other 3 projects, Safmar, Baltic Gas Chemical, and Roskimcom, all have difficulties in finding partners, finding systems for developing logistics and so forth, and there are question marks over these projects. The Volgograd plant is based on a former chemical site run by a company called Kimprom, which went bankrupt 5 years ago. New investors, including Japanese investors, have helped propel this idea of building a methanol facility that could act as the basis for a chemical cluster in the region. As regards export activity, this plant is not well placed for logistics. Skovorodina is based in the Amur Oblast and has the advantage of being next to the Power of Siberia gas pipeline, which has been constructed to supply gas from East Siberia to the Chinese market. It also has good rail links through the BAM, Baikal-Amur Mainline Railway, and Trans-Siberian Railway, which links to the Far East ports. Nakhodka mineral fertilizer and methanol plant. This is probably the largest of all the grassroots projects. 1.8 million tons of methanol to be produced at Nakhodka, which is going to be supplied by gas from Sakhalin. The plant has been a subject of local opposition. Local people are very unhappy that this plant is being constructed. Even Putin has been approached to try and overturn the project idea, but this seems unlikely to happen. Taking all these projects ideas into consideration, and maybe just excluding the Ust-Luga projects because of the difficulties in setting up an export terminal, Russian methanol capacity could rise to 10 million tons per annum by 2025. As domestic consumption is unlikely to exceed 3 million tons per annum by that time, exports would have to be increased, and that's only dependent on terminal facilities being built themselves, and this is a major issue as far as Russia is concerned. But up to 3 million tons per annum could be targeted on the Chinese and Asian markets, and up to 4 million tons could be targeted on the European markets, hypothetically of course, because this would all depend on building export terminal facilities. Just wrapping up this short presentation, we can feel fairly confident that Russian capacity for methanol production will rise above 6 million tons per annum by 2024, which is going to probably be reflected in increased export activity. Other projects, well, they're all in the planning and construction, early construction stages, so it's hard to say that these are going to be ready by 2025 or 2026, but we can start to envisage this maybe in the next year or two. Ust-Luga has the potential to become a major hub for Russian methanol exports, but logistics need to be organized, and sites need to be organized, and partners need to be organized. So there are many issues regarding these projects that need to be taken into account. I hope you've enjoyed this short presentation. Please leave any comments, please subscribe to this channel, and if you'd like more information about Russian methanol, please visit our website at www.sirec.net. Thank you very much.